Why would Grant...
This is harder than I thought.
You will let me pass, Crow.
Ready to sail?
Oh no, the butterfly is trapped. And to make things worse, about to get eaten. No one answers.
The owner must be out. I'll check back later.
Graham doesn't think that will happen. King Graham has not been admitted into the yet. Oh, yes. Is that the Mask of Eternity? Here? But that's impossible. It's sitting in Daventry Castle. How did it end up in... another clever replica. Oh, for a minute there, I was really worried. Graham can't help wondering if this well-made spinning wheel is of the mundane variety, or one of those tricky magic spinning wheels that put you to sleep for 100 years that he's heard about. The sign reads, "We'll trade for crystal tear."
Greetings, good merchant.
Ah, none other than King Graham himself, honoring this humble man by visiting his store. How could I be of service to you in these tragic times, Your Majesty?
My son told me stories of how you helped him greatly during his quest. You're a well-traveled man, aren't you?
Like father, like son. They say the riches of knowledge always surpass generations. Funny how the story of a Devontrian seeking this humble knowledge repeats itself as well.
Contrary to my heart's desires. I'm lucky that the Green Islanders are fair people willing to lend a hand.
The people here in the Isle of Crown are fairly normal, ordinary people but with good hearts.
I've always had a taste for the simple life.
Yet you've traveled through many lands. Care to enlighten me with some tales of your journeys?
I'd be glad to, but my children need me.
I'm sure you can spare a couple of minutes. Let's make a deal. For every land I tell you about, you tell me the story of your adventures. Sounds
Very
fair.
fair.
Ask away. There's the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of Wonder, the Isle of the Beast, the Isle of the Crown, of course, and finally, the Isle of Mist.
What do you have to say about the Isle of Wonders?
If there is a place that this shop belongs to, it is there. Then again, I have never been able to keep an item coming from that island, as they always have a mind of their own.
My son has told me he never ceases to be amazed when traveling on that isle.
Indeed, you shall see it with your own eyes and will not believe it. That is, if your journey takes you there.
I still can't believe how it's ruled by chess pieces.
Yes, but you don't dare call the queens that. They have a short temper. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to bring them a present, not even if you have two identical pieces. They will find a difference and fight as they always do. You want to keep away from that.
I'm glad my queen doesn't pay attention to that kind of materialistic trivialities.
Why don't you tell me how you two met? Love stories are one of my favorite kinds.
I had been king of Daventry for a few years, but I was lonely. My advisors would have these festivals where princesses from everywhere would come to meet me, hoping I would be interested in one of them. I never was, however, even though they generally seemed very nice.
Ah, the picky kind, aren't we?
One lonely night, the mirror showed me an image of this beautiful woman.
Ah, the same way King Alexander found Cassima.
Yes, but what intrigued me most was what I saw within her eyes. I knew I had to search for her. I traveled through the lands of Kalima and into the strange magical world beyond it until I found that tower where my Valenice was imprisoned.
Who imprisoned her?
A wicked witch by the name of Hagatha. They say she was jealous of Valenice's beauty. It was all too strange to me, as when I finally found Valenice, she never recalled having met her. In fact, she cannot recall much of her life before coming to that tower.
What happened to her? The witch, I mean.
I don't know. We never heard from her again.
Ah, but you found the love of your life.
Yes, I'm very happy for it. Why do you call it the Isle of the Beast?
Hasn't Alexander ever told you? The prince that lives there now used to be a vicious beast.
Is he dangerous?
Not anymore. As a matter of fact, he never was. But you know how people can react to appearances. Some of the folks in this town believe I'm not someone to trust because of the wares I sell. Some believe they are too strange, if you know what I mean.
That's absurd.
But that's how this world works. People often judge by what they see on the surface and fear that which they do not understand.
How is the beast changed into a prince?
He was actually under a spell and was finally returned to his original form by the power of true love.
I remember now. Alexander told this story. I apologize. My memory is not quite what it used to be.
No need to. You know the rest of the story then. The prince is now a great merchant, and I'm happy to do business with him.
Trade. What a wonder of the new world. Which reminds me, I now owe you a story.
Aren't we all great merchants?
This is not the first time my family's been in danger.
A story of rescuing. Do tell.
A couple of years ago, just not long after Alexander returned home, an evil wizard by the name of Mordak captured not only my family, but my whole castle.
My goodness! He must have been quite powerful to take an entire castle.
Imagine my shock when, coming home one day from my daily walk through the forests of Daventry, my castle was nowhere to be found.
How did you find this evil wizard and your family and home?